It's interesting the time we are right now, because I think we really are in a transition. My friend Eve had this little thing scrawled on her refrigerator that said, it's from Einstein, and it says, nothing happens until something moves. And I think right now that we're in the midst of something happening and we're moving. We are now just finishing the first decade of the new century and the new millennium, and finally, I think we have left the past behind. And finally, I think we are now about to let the new millennium begin, not only with the election of Barack Obama, but I feel like there's real change in the air. Proposition 2 in California. Proposition 8 was unfortunate, but Proposition 2, and it's unfortunate that Proposition 8 kind of overshadowed the newsworthiness of Proposition 2. I don't think that message ever got out because of the human issue of Proposition 8. But it's something is starting, and I think now more than ever is when you get out there and let people realize the sort of joyfulness of vegetarianism. It's good across the board. Eating meat hurts the environment. It hurts your body, and it hurts the animals. What don't they get? And that's the thing that I want to say to them. What don't you get? You're killing yourself with the way you eat. I read Skinny Bitch a couple of months ago, and it is now my Bible. All of my friends, who read it? You got to get Skinny Bitch. Oh my God. Do you know about it? Is it Rory Friedman? She wrote this book, and they insult you the whole time. They start out by telling you you're a moron because you eat like you're eating crap and you're an idiot. And they tell you that in the book. They insult you the whole way through. And then they slowly start deconstructing food and telling you why dairy is just disgusting. And telling you why everything you eat and everything you do to your body when you open your mouth and shove something in it is disgusting, and you're killing yourself, and I'm sorry, there's children here, but starts with an A, and you're reading this going, wow, I am an A. I didn't realize I'm an idiot, and I'm so glad someone's slapping me around now. And then they slowly carry you into veganism. There's a chapter on the factory farms, and then there's a chapter on the testimonials of the people working from the slaughterhouses. And by the time you finish that book, I wasn't going to eat anything but an organic orange and quinoa. There was nothing going into my mouth again. It was frightening. What I loved about that is it started by saying, hey, you want to be healthy and you want to be thin and you don't want to be a fat pig. You got to watch what you put in your mouth, and you got to care about your food. So maybe the way to the heart is through cellulite. It's one other way to get to these people, and that's why I think the message, I'm ready to change my message and not be throwing blood on everybody. I understand that doesn't work, but it gets their attention. And Poplar Springs Animal Sanctuary, I did a story on that with Karen Dawn. If you don't have her book, Thanking the Monkey, it's a great Christmas gift. Because she does it, it's palatable. She does it almost humorously, or she takes you through, what we do to animals. She does it in a way that you can deal with it if you're squeamish. To go to the Poplar Springs Animal Farm, and Terry and Dave are here now, is just the most amazing thing. And I did a story on that, and then I emailed the link to a lot of my friends, and they, calling me weeping, like, oh my God, I just didn't know. And it's like, yeah, seeing 40 pigs sleeping, how can you possibly eat that sweet animal? There are ways of now enlightening the public, and I think it is, with the environment, with their own health, and showing them this food. How beautiful was your plate today? Can we please hear it for the chef? It's beautiful. Show them that. When I started Going Green 3 years ago, no one knew anything. No one was putting in CFLs. No one knew what a volatile organic compound was. No one considered geothermal or solar or wind energy. No one knew what to do. 3 years later, just 3 years later, I don't give speeches anymore because the whole time the audience is going, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I say, raise their hand, they all raise their hands, and I think, what am I doing here? Any one of them could give my speech. They all get it now. Builders are building, Brookfield Homes is building a home that has wind, solar hot water, and geothermal, and he's a developer. Oh, and by the way, the house is only 1,600 square feet. They're doing smaller houses. A developer is doing that. They get it. What is Home Depot selling? Fresh air paint. And they say on TV, no VOCs. You don't have to explain that to anyone anymore. They get it. It took 3 years because of Al Gore and just consciousness raising. And I think the vegetarian animal rights movement can do the same thing. You need an Al Gore for the animal rights movement. You need an Al Gore for vegetarians. You need someone to get out there and just present it and lay it out in the matter-of-fact way that he did with an inconvenient truth. Because this is an inconvenient truth as well, what's going on in factory farms. And that's what you need. And show them, lead by example. Constantly reinforce how great you feel, how great the food is, and that is easy. Erica was telling me that people want to be vegetarians, but it's not easy. They don't know where to begin. We need to start programs that show them how you have them. But it needs to be mainstream. I sometimes feel like, you know, it needs to get beyond this room. Food stamps are being handed out now at a record level because of the economy. Is not a plant-based diet the cheapest way to feed the world and feed the poor? Is anyone handing them with that food stamp package? Is anyone handing these people recipes for plant-based diets, showing them how to make that food stamp dollar go even farther? Is anyone doing that? Does anyone know if they're doing that? They should. It's a no-brainer. 5,000 people lined up at FedEx Field the other day to get turkeys for Thanksgiving. Well, I understand it's symbolic and it's iconic, but if you're poor and you couldn't give them this? You couldn't show them how to do this for themselves? You have to give them turkeys? What a waste. I think that's where we have to start going. I know you're already out there on the front lines, but people like me in the media, the mainstream, it has got to get mainstream.